Very good morning, students. Hope you are all safe and healthy. In the last two video classes, we had come across problem solving on method of least squares. In continuation, second method we shall concentrate on, which is quadratic equation or parabolic equation, or else it will be called second degree equation. Let us consider question number 34 from your exercise. Fit a curve of the type y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square and estimate the value for 2011. We know already second degree equation or quadratic equation or a parabolic equation is nothing but y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. Fine. So we need to fit a equation of the type y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square, it seems, and further we need to estimate the value for 2011. The data gives the information like this: year and value. Years are 2004, 5, 6 till 2010, and values are 14, 16, 20 till 81. Look at the given values first. Till 2010 it is given, and we are asked to estimate the value for 2011. At the year 2011, value we need to find out. As we have solved already in case of linear equation previously, the same procedure goes on. Only the change will be here the equation is y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square, instead just y is equal to a plus bx. In previous discussion on straight line equations, we had come across only y is equal to a plus bx. In extension here, plus cx square is also there, as it is second degree equation. So in terms of solution, given y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square to be fitted, normal equations to solve for a, b and c, the constants. Here a, b and c are the constants, x are the time points as we know already, and y are the values. So normal equations to solve for constants a, b and c are these three. Let us call this main equation quadratic equation y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square to be equation 1, and these normal equations, these three normal equations respectively, let us tell equation 2, 3 and 4. How to write these normal equations? Previously what was explained in case of linear equation holds good here also. For this given equation, first apply summation, you will get this normal equation. When you apply summation of x to this equation, then this equation, normal equation, you are going to get. When you apply summation of x square to this, you will be getting this normal equation. Here summation, when you apply, sum of y is equal to, only constant is there, sum of n times, so that it is na, plus b as it is constant, and summation to be applied, summation of x, plus c as it is, summation to be applied, summation of x square. When you apply sum of x to this, already y is there, sum of x when you apply, it becomes sum of xy is equal to a as it is outside, sum of x you are applying, so sum of x, plus b outside, sum of x is being applied and x is already there, so sum of x square, plus C, sum of x is being applied, x square is already there, that's why sum of x cube. Similarly, when you apply summation of x square to this, you will get summation of x square y is equal to a summation of x square plus b summation of x cube plus c summation of x to the power 4. Using these three normal equations, we need to find out a, b and c values with available data. Whatever it is required in these normal equations, let us keep them calculated. First and foremost, the years may have to be considered as x, as we know already, and values given to be considered as y. And in last few classes, we have already learnt these are bigger magnitude values. Those will be converted into smaller magnitude using x is equal to x minus a divided by c format, or else change of origin and scale method. Using that, the middlemost observation is being observed here as 0007, I mean 2007. Among these given values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, among these 7 values, middlemost value is 2007. That's why we have calculated, as we have already seen in the previous classes, the procedure of this. I'll not explain much about this now. I have already explained to you how to calculate these values. X values are being calculated, x minus 2007 divided by c. C is nothing but the width, which is 1, 2004, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10 it is given. Width is equally maintained as 1, so that x minus a divided by c format, x minus 2007 divided by 1 may have to be considered. Then you will get x values minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These calculations you know already. So all these summation, all these values, sum if you consider, it will be obviously summation of x is equal to 0. And after that, y, the given values are to be considered as y. So y values to be written, this summation goes as 262. Fine. After this, summation of y we require, correct? Summation of y we already know. N, what is n? Number of observations. Number of observations are 7 in number here. That is also known. A to be estimated. Then b to be estimated. Summation of x, we can get summation of x. Here it is equal to 0. Then c to be estimated. Then x square is needed, so that x square to be calculated. Next, x square to be calculated. Minus 3 the square 9. Minus 2 the square is 4. Minus 1 the square is 1. 0 the square is 0. 1 the square 1. 2 the square 4. 3 the square 9. When you add all these, 28 comes. So sum of x square also will be able to get. Then c, constant. Then summation of x cube. X cube is also needed. That's why x cube to be calculated. Look at the sign properly. Minus 3 it is. So when you make cube of minus 3, minus is as it is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, which is 27. Concentrate on the sign also. Here in terms of x square, when you are doing this, minus becomes plus, minus into minus. But here 3 times minus to be multiplied, minus into minus plus, plus into minus once again minus. Concentrate. These are all basic points which you all will be studying from the beginning, but I am just cautioning you to be concentrating, or to have much and much more concentration on the sign of these values. So in the similar way, minus 2 the cube minus 8, minus 1 the cube minus 1, 0 the cube 0, 1 the cube 1, 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27. When you add all these, once again you will be getting sum of x cube is equal to 0. It's quite obvious. Once when summation of x values are 0, summation of x cube of those values also you will be able to get 0 itself. Fine. Then further, what we need here, sum of x square y. And before that, here also you can concentrate. sum of xy. Sum of xy. That's why xy also to be calculated. Then xy you will be able to perform. Then here sum of x square y. X square y is needed. That's why x square y. Xy how we have calculated? X multiplied by y. These x multiplied by y. 14 multiplied by minus 3 minus 42. 16 multiplied by minus 2 minus 32. In the similar way, like you can continue all these calculations to get till 243 x multiplied by y. X is 3 multiplied by y is 81. 81 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 243. And x square y. What is x square? 9 is x square and y is 14. These two values have to be multiplied. 14 multiplied by 9, 126. In the similar way, 16 multiplied by 4, 64. 20 multiplied by 120. 28 multiplied by 0, 0. In the similar fashion, all these x square values you can calculate. All these red ink values are nothing but sum of all these values. For example, sum of x square is 28. Sum of x cube is 0. Sum of x to the power 4 is 196. Sum of xy is 313. Sum of x square y is 1225. So what all we require here in these normal equations, in order to perform further calculations, we have kept calculated. It was needed sum of y, so y is summed over, and sum of x square was needed, xy was needed, and then this sum of x is already considered, x square is already considered, then x cube is needed, x cube is calculated, x square y, here x square y is there, then x square already considered, x cube already considered, x to the power 4 was needed, so x to the power 4, all these, whichever required values, like we need to substitute in these normal equations, are kept calculated here. Okay, after this, as sum of x is equal to 0, which is equal to sum of x cube. We know already sum of x is also 0, then sum of x cube is also 0. Sum of x cube is 0, then sum of x is 0. As sum of x, which is equal to 0, which is again equal to sum of x cube, equation 3 implies, this equation 3, a summation of x, sum of x is 0, isn't it? So this term entirely goes 0, and this x cube is 0, so c summation of x cube, this is also 0. This term and this term is going to be 0. Then constant b has to be evaluated, to be calculated. This constant b is equal to summation of xy, which is remaining, divided by this summation of x square, because these two terms are already 0. Only remaining are these two terms. Out of that, b is equal to sum of xy divided by sum of x square. That's what has been written over here. b is equal to sum of xy divided by sum of x square. Sum of xy, what is the value? Xy 313. So sum of xy is 313. Summation of x square value, what it is? 28. So 313 divided by 28, which gives you 11.179. This is what is the value of b. Again, to remind you, we are concentrating on the equation, in this equation, the constant a, b and c to be evaluated. In that, we evaluated now this b, remaining a and c to be calculated. Once after calculating a, b and c, we can substitute in this equation to call later as trend equation. Fine. In that, we have received now b is equal to 11.179. Using this equation 3 directly, it is possible to obtain b is equal to something, whatever the value based on the data, because these two terms will be equal to 0. Fine. And after that, with remaining these two equations, Using equation 3 we have already solved for B. Using equation 2 and 4 we need to concentrate on the remaining values, remaining constants A and C. Fine. So equation 2, what it happens? Equation 2 implies this summation of y. What is summation of y? 262. I have written it at the end. In reverse way this equation has been written. Summation of y is equal to 262. Fine. NA. N is number of observations. 7 it is. So 7 multiplied by A. 7A plus B summation of x. Summation of x is 0. So this entire term goes 0 plus C summation of x square. Summation of x square what it is? 28. 28 is summation of x square. C constant, so that 28C. 7A plus 28C is equal to 262 is this second equation. Fine. What about fourth equation? Summation of x square y. What is summation of x square y? 1225. That's what has been written here. And after that, A summation of x square. Summation of x square is 28. 28 multiplied by A. So 28 multiplied by A. Plus, this plus as it is. B summation of x cube. X cube is also 0. Summation of x cube is 0. 0 multiplied by B goes to 0. So plus C summation of x to the power 4. X to the power 4 is 196. 196 multiplied by C. That's what has been written over here. 196 multiplied by C. That's why this equation 4 is nothing but 28A plus 196C is equal to 1225. You can observe this equation is the combination of A as well as C. Two unknowns are there. And this equation is also once again is the combination of A and C. Had it been only one unknown is there, for example 7A plus 28A is equal to 262. If it is 28 plus 7, 35. 35A we would have written and equal to 262. A is equal to 262 divided by 35, something of that sort we would have calculated. But here two unknowns are there. With one single equation, two unknowns cannot be calculated unless you calculate any one of those constants. Correct? Fine. So these two equations are having those two unknown constants as A and C. You know already in such situations how to calculate for those constants simultaneously solving the available equations. In order to cancel either A or C in these two equations, we have to multiply or divide by some constants to the equations. Fine. In order to make this 7A is equal to 28, we are applying multiplied by 4. That means this whole equation is being multiplied by 4. 4 multiplied by 7 becomes 28A. This 28A and this 28A we will be able to cancel further. You know already all these aspects. Fine. So when you multiply by 4, this becomes 7 multiplied by 4, 28A. 28 multiplied by 4, 112. This C as it is. 262 multiplied by 4, 1048. And this equation is kept as it is here. 28A plus 196C is equal to 1225. Change the signs. This 28A and this 28A cancels. This is plus 28A, this is minus 28A. And here, this is minus 196C plus 112C. So minus 196 plus 112 is nothing but minus 84. The C as it is. The bigger value is having negative sign. So retain this negative sign. Is equal to minus 1225, which is bigger, compared to 1048. So 1225 minus 1048 is nothing but 177. bigger value has got negative sign, so retain this negative sign over here. So 84C is equal to, minus 84C is equal to minus 177. This minus gets cancelled. So C is equal to 177 divided by 84 it becomes. That's why this implies C is equal to 177 divided by 84, which is nothing but 2.107. What we calculated now? Another constant we have calculated, C is equal to 2.107. When you solve these two equations simultaneously and obtain one of those constants, C, the remaining constant can be calculated by substituting the calculated constant C in any of these equations. I have considered this equation, 7a plus 28. Here C is there. In this place, this 2.107 whatever we have calculated to be substituted, so that this becomes like, only one unknown constant in the equation. Here also numbers, here also numbers, and this only constant becomes, which can be easily calculated. So now this 7a as it is plus 28, C is there. This C has been replaced by 2.107, which is equal to 262. So 7a is equal to 28 multiplied by 2.107, and when you transfer this to another side, which becomes minus, after performing that arithmetic calculation, you will be able to get 7a is equal to 203.004. And after that, a is equal to 0.004 divided by this 7 becomes a. A is equal to 203.004 divided by 7, which gives you 29. One more constant, a is equal to 29 we have got. So now what we obtained? The constants a and b and the c. These three constants a, b and c we have obtained using the data with the help of these three normal equations. Using this normal equation directly it was possible to calculate b. Using these two remaining equations we have calculated by simultaneously solving these two equations, c as well as a. So what was asked? Fit a curve of the type y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. That fitted curve is nothing but trend equation, which is given as y cap. As I have told you already, y cap represents, it is trend equation. Y cap is equal to a, which is calculated as 29. I mean to tell this a plus b. B is calculated as 11.179 and x as it is plus c. C is 2.107, x square as it is. So this is what is trend equation. Further, what is to be done? Estimate the value for 2011. In previous video classes also, in terms of linear equations, we have estimated the future trend using the trend equation. Similarly, using this trend equation, now we need to find out the value at 2011. Till 2010 it was given. According to this equation, what will be the predicted value for 2011 we need to calculate now. How to perform that? All these constants are there in this equation, 29, 11.179, 2.107. What is to be substituted? X and x square. In order to put these, first we need to we need to know x value. What will be x value? How we have calculated this x value here? All these x values, x minus 2007 divided by 1. In the similar way, this 2011 minus 2007 divided by 1 has to be performed. That is nothing but 4. And when you substitute x equal to 4 over here, you will get, after arithmetic calculations, y cap at 2011, that means estimated value at 2011, you will be able to get. Let us see how it can be performed. So the trend equation is y is equal to 29 plus 11.179 x plus 2.107 x square. For 2011, the value has to be estimated, so that x is equal to x minus 2007 divided by 1. How I have already explained you how we have calculated all those x values pertaining to this particular problem. In the similar fashion, for 2011 also to be estimated the same x value. So x minus 2007 divided by 1. In place of x, substitute 2011 minus 2007 divided by 1, so that x equal to 4. In order to estimate the value for 2011, x value has to be substituted as 4. So y as it is 29 plus 11.179. In place of x, substitute this 4 plus 2.107 as it is. In place of x square, substitute the square of 4, which is 16, and perform the arithmetic calculations. You will be able to get y cap 2011, which tells estimated value of 2011 is equal to 107.428. So this is how this problem has to be solved. In the next video, we shall come across second degree equation or quadratic equation or a parabolic equation, how to solve with even numbers given. This particular example was with odd numbers of observations given. Let us see with even number of observations in the next video class. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.